first attempt at storytelling. So this is the story of Stacy and I and a farm we found while camping. Stacy and I were about 17, 18 years old. We had a friend named Kathy, and Kathy's family had property out in the Berkshires. So we decided to go camping. And this was like camping, like dig your own bathroom, town is a 10-minute drive in, keep your containers of food in the river to keep them cold, that kind of camping. So the first full day we're there, her brother and the friends decided to go into town, and Kathy decided to stay at the campsite. Stacy and I decided to go hiking, which basically meant walking through the woods sort of at random, just, to enjoy the day. It was a beautiful day. So Stacy and I are walking, and we come across this little tiny clearing, and there's a pair of shovels lying like in a cross in the middle of the ground. And we think, well, that's weird. There's nobody out here. This is, Kathy's family's property. Strange, okay. Didn't really think much of it. So we keep walking, and we come across a bigger clearing, maybe 100 by 100 feet square, and the land is cleared. And there are all these neat rows of plants, and they're all the same plant, you can tell. They're all different heights, like the tallest was maybe 4 feet, 5 feet tall. The smaller ones were maybe 1.5 feet or whatever. And we think, wow, that's really weird. Who's farming out here? Again, nobody around. There's no businesses or properties. So we go over and we start walking up and down the rows, and we're kind of picking at the plants, and we pick a few leaves off. And I look at Stacy and I said, "Is it just me, or does it just smell like concerts?" And she kind of puts her hand up to her nose and goes, It does smell like concerts. That's weird." And again, we don't think anything of it. So I'm kind of hot, so I asked Stacy to braid my hair. So she proceeds to, French braid my hair and pigtails. And we decide to get all naturey, and we start weaving leaves into the braids and things like that. And we're not really thinking about anything in particular, and Stacy decides that she's going to pull up one of the plants to bring back to Kathy and say, we found these shovels, we found this farm, what's going on with this? So she pulls out one of the plants by the roots, a big tall one, and kind of just slings it over her shoulder, and we head back to the campsite, and we're like, "Hey, Kathy, how's it going?" And she takes one look at us and goes, "What the hell?" And we're like, "What?" And she's like, "Did you pull that up?" And we're like, "Yeah. It smells like concerts. That's weird, right? Does your parents do farming out there?" And she looks at us and she's like, "No, you guys found my brother's secret pot farm. You gotta get rid of that. Is that in your hair? That's in your hair. Pull all that out of your hair." And she starts pulling leaves out of my hair, and she takes the plant from Stacy. And she's like, "You got to get rid of all of this before my brother gets back from town. And do not tell him about the fact that you found it, okay?" And we're like, "Oh my God. Wait, this is pot. This is pot?" Now you got to understand something. We were really kind of sheltered kids. Nobody in our circle of friends got drunk or did drugs or, any of those things. So it was really a surprise and stunning because we had never seen pot in the wild. So we're like, "Oh crap, what do we do? Should we throw it in the campfire and get rid of it, and that way we'll destroy it?" And Kathy looks at us and goes, No, do you know what happens when no. Take it out to where we dug the latrine, dig a hole, put everything in there, bury it all up, go back down to the river, wash your hands, wash your hair, just get rid of it. And we're like, "Oh, that's right. If we burn it, that's not a good idea." So we're kind of laughing now, and we go and we bury everything and we put everything away. And when the brothers get back, we're trying to act really cool and everything. "No, we didn't go hiking and found your secret pot farm, and now you're going to murder us in your sleep or something." So we never really speak of it ever again. It's only till years and years later that I associate the farm with concert smells, and really think about it for a minute and think, my parents smelled like concerts occasionally. And when they had their friends over and they would have like, parties and stuff, oh my God, my parents did pot. So that's the story.